Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Head of Global Marketing for the IT and Mobile Division, Young-hee Lee.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Gear S2 showcase at Berlin's iconic temperature. Last month at our event in New York, we teased an exciting new device. You may have guessed that it was something ahead of the curve. It takes bravery to stay ahead of the curve. It takes courage to bring something new to the market, even when everybody else is doing it another way. The Samsung philosophy is to push forward, embracing new adventures, and exploring the farthest frontiers of technology. 2 years ago, we introduced the first Gear, and we wanted to create a new wearable movement. We learned a lot along the way. From the start, we've known that our goal wasn't to replicate a luxury watch. We wanted to transcend that idea and bring you an advanced, smart, wearable device that becomes a meaningful part of your life. We found our inspiration in a simple, perfect shape, a circle, the symbol of wholeness, focus, revolution, and completion. The circle is intuitive, and as your body just knows instinctively, a circle is functional. With every turn, your life gets better. That's why I'm pleased to introduce to you the Gear S2. Versions for two very different types of customers. The Gear S2 for sporty, active types, and the classic version for a more timeless look. Both versions are minimal, gender neutral, and modern. And now, let's invite Pranav Mistry to tell you more about the Gear S2.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Pranav Mistry. The journey of creating Gear S2 was exciting. As Young-hee explained, the circle was our North Star in designing the Gear S2. The circle is at the center of a simple and practical design. Gear S2 is about a completely new way to interact. Now you can physically rotate the bezel. It also has that gentle ticking sensation when you rotate it. This new circular UX will remind you of turning a dial, like the volume control of a radio. It has that tangible feeling, the analog feeling. When you turn the bezel, your body registers the motion. It's called muscle memory. So now, without even looking at the screen, you can rotate the bezel and you can find the app that you are looking for very quickly. But the circular bezel has another important advantage. When you use touchscreen on other smartwatches, your finger blocks the screen, blocks the content beneath. How can I read a CNN headline if my finger is in the way? With Gear S2, the circular bezel let me interact from outside of the screen. So I can turn the bezel to read long emails and scroll through without looking at the screen. I can turn to navigate within apps, like browsing through reviews of nearby restaurants on Yelp. I can also simply turn the bezel to scroll through the scores of NBA games that I follow. Let's say I'm using a map. So instead of using fingers to pinch and zoom on a tiny real estate of the screen, I can use the bezel to zoom in and out. This is super intuitive. It's natural. Now, anyone who has ever owned and loved the Android phone knows that how important that little back button is. We have included a similar feature on Gear S2. This back button works along with the home key that you can program to open apps or press and hold for more options. So all of this ergonomically designed hardware, the bezel, the back and home, they work together seamlessly. For other smartwatch makers, this is always a challenge. Some say that the combination of soft taps and hard taps or itty-bitty crown will make your life easier. But once you turn and swipe your way around the Gear S2, you will see how much fun it is to use. You will wonder how we lived without it. Now, another thing that differentiates the Gear S2 is that it's not made out of aluminium. It's made out of very strong stainless steel. Also, the elastomer watch bands on the Gear S2 are interchangeable, so you can match it to your style. You can also swap out the leather band on the classic version because it's now compatible with any standard 20mm watch band. We brought our advanced display technology as well to the Gear S2. It has vibrant 360 by 360 Super AMOLED circular display. And this display of Gear S2 is protected by scratch-proof durable Gorilla Glass 3. There is bound to be a watch face that will delight you. I can't wait until you turn the bezel through all the colorful and creative watch face options that our designers have created. And of course, we are open to third-party watch faces. So you will have many more to choose from. And of course, again, you can customize your own by changing the background or the hands of the clock, or even you want to add a date widget. Yes. But there is even more. Something exciting. I would like to introduce an esteemed Italian designer and architect. He has designed some of LSE's most iconic creations, and he is here with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, Alessandro Messini. So when engineering and design come together, a small miracle takes place. Mendini has brought his humor and sense of color to a series of artistic watch face and band options. These are designed especially for Gear S2. We are leading the global standard when it comes to wearables. The Gear S2 can connect via 3G, Bluetooth, NFC, and Wi-Fi. It comes in two versions with two different ways to connect. As of now, the 3G version will be available in limited regions. The 3G version is a standalone device. It no longer needs a phone in your pocket. And we were able to make it surprisingly thin and light because it comes with a pre-installed eSIM. Like our Galaxy devices, Gear S2 also comes with advanced power saving mode. Let's say you completely forgot to charge your gear over the weekend. No problem. Turn on the power saving mode. You'll still be able to make calls, get notified through Bluetooth. The screen will render in grayscale, and your apps will have to wait a little longer until you get to your wireless charging dock. Yes, it charges super fast. We have a lot more to tell you about Gear S2. Gear S2 is a new lifestyle. And to tell you more about that, I would like to invite Elena Cotton. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Pranav, and thank you everyone for that warm welcome. I'm Elena Cotton, and I passionately believe that technology can make people's lives better. And wearables is definitely a category where we can deliver on that promise. Now, imagine, if you will, a life in which your hands are unencumbered by your belongings and the multitude of necessary objects that weigh you down. I want to show you how this wearable will work in the wild. It will help you take charge of your health, get around from place to place, manage your home and car, and help you save money. Okay, let's start with fitness. Definitely one of my goals is to stay healthy and strong, so I can get every moment out of every day. And the Gear S2 is an indispensable partner. And that's whether it's my heart rate or my activity levels, the Gear S2 can automatically recognize and record my stats. It presents vital health data in a circular 24-hour timeline. Green means healthy activity. Yellow means I'm taking it easy. And well, gray means let's get moving. You can rotate the bezel to get more information about each color. So at a glance, I can see, have I been naughty or nice? It informs me. It motivates me. Now, like most of you, I work really, really hard, and this scenario is all too familiar to me. My team and I are locked in a conference room working against a deadline. When the Gear S2 sends a gentle tap to my wrist, it says, inactive for almost an hour. Time to get moving. So we get up from our computers, stretch, and take a break. I suggest a cafe a few blocks away, and the Gear S2 will auto-track this walk, and I'll be encouraged along the way. Keep it up. Now, after the break, I can record my coffee intake. I can also track how much water I'm drinking, so I can keep it balanced. Now, somehow, we hit the deadline. And then back home, I can even review my heart rate history at the end of a long and successful day. The Gear S2 has a series of fun and humorous health clocks that help you stay motivated, like the Activity Sparkle setting. Now, this is one of my favorites. It's black with a few sparkles when you're inactive, and the twinkling increases when you're active. And when you reach a healthy pace, you'll be rewarded with a shimmering green screen. Beautiful, isn't it? Now, For those of you who seek the freedom of the open road, the Nike Plus running app records the distance of your run, maps it, and compares your performance on the leaderboard. And that's for all of you competitive types. You know who you are. Best of all, the Gear S2 is designed for workout conditions. It's water resistant, so you don't have to worry about getting it all sweaty. Now, imagine that you're on a business trip and you're trying to get to, say, the convention center. You can request an Uber taxi with the Gear S2. You simply turn the app tray, tap to open, and request a car. With every turn, the Gear S2 makes your life easier. If you'd rather take the subway, that's okay. You can also tap and go with the Gear S2 as a transportation card. For now, we have partnerships in Korea and the UK. Once you get near the convention center, you might want to stop at the cafe for a snack. And there you can use the coupons that you've saved. With the Gear S2, you can open the FitMe app and redeem the coupons with a barcode. The barista scans the code on your wearable, and boom, just like that, you're on your way. Sometimes you might take your work to Beijing or Shanghai. There you can use Alipay. Okay, at last, a long day of networking and learning about new products comes to an end. You're more than ready to unwind at a local hangout with your friends and colleagues. But after you ordered drinks for everyone, you realize that you've forgotten your wallet in your hotel room. This time, not on purpose. But you're not worried, because you're wearing your Gear S2. You hold down the back button to open Samsung Pay. You turn the bezel to select your credit card and tap and pay against the NFC terminal. Now, it's your friend's turn to buy the next round. During your business trip, and honestly, any business trip for that matter, you can't wait to get off the road. If you're like me, you install the SmartThings Hub, which honestly helps my house feel like a home. Like when I walk through the door, everything just feels right. Soon, I'll be able to sync SmartThings with my Gear S2. For example, I can check the status of power of the locks from the SmartThings app. And even when I'm not home, I can make sure that the internal temperature is exactly like I want it. I can also program the app with my own commands like, honey, I'm home, and goodbye, house. So they will automatically turn on and turn off the lights, lock or unlock the doors, just as I wish. That's not all. The Gear S2 will work with the connected car as well. Like, have you ever forgotten to lock your car or couldn't remember where it was parked? I guess that's just me. But the Gear S2 will help you solve these problems by letting you lock, check your locks, control on your car from your wrist, which is amazing. An app will show you where your car is located, turn on the air conditioner before you get there, and if you have an electric car, start and stop the charging of its battery. The Gear S2 also opens up new and exciting possibilities for businesses and industries like healthcare, hospitality, retail, and more. For example, we're talking to global airports and airlines about using wearables to coordinate staff and workflow. And I have to tell you, our ecosystem is strong. We are aligning with major corporate players in commerce, social media, news, fitness, travel, and more, so that the Gear S2 can become a seamless, convenient part of your life. Now, the lifestyle that I just painted for you isn't just a fantasy. It's right around the corner. You'll find that the Gear S2 becomes your tool of first response. And when you want to handle more complicated matters, you'll go to your phone. You know, it reminds me of how we check our phones first and then handle any real work on the computer. Think of the Gear S2 as the next evolution in your mobile life. And it keeps getting better with every turn. Thank you, everyone. And please join me in welcoming Youngie Lee back to the stage.
So, did you enjoy the Gear S2 showcase? Thank you. Many of you are probably wondering, when can you get one? Starting from October, the very first Gear S2 will be available to the public. We believe that the Gear S2 will become an intimate extension of your digital life. Whether it's controlling your smart home or your connected car, or simply giving you house stats at a glance. It's a category that's rapidly advancing, and Samsung is leading the way. But we humbly know that we can't do it alone. Together, we can remove barriers. That's why the Gear S2 is compatible with other Android devices. Of course, all of these features do work better when you use it with one of the latest Galaxy phones. At Samsung, we have a lot of things to connect and the smarts to pull it up. In the spirit of boldness, we are planning yet another adventure. Here's a little glimpse of what we mean. For a new generation. We'll give you a closer look in October. Before you leave, be sure to check out our exciting experience zones to learn more about how the Gear S2 makes your life better with every turn. And that's it for my presentation. Thank you for your kind attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, the product experience is now open. Partners, please stop by the rooftop before heading to the lower level. Media, this is your chance to enjoy the product experience zone in the lower level. Thank you. Dankeschön.